Today I'm announcing a common sense fix to streamline the process for obtaining legal status for immigrants.
Another major announcement from President Joe Biden: 500,000 immigrants could get citizenship under a new plan laid out today. In the coming months, spouses of U.S. citizens who've lived in the U.S. at least 10 years can apply for permanent residency. If approved, they could receive a work permit and deportation protection. Children of parents who are married to a U.S. citizen could also qualify. Our Adolfo Munoz has more on how this impacts immigrants living in Texas.
President Biden's executive action was received with mixed reactions, both by the immigrant community and by the immigrant advocacy groups. Some see one step in the right direction, but not enough. There's anticipation and excitement in the air at the main offices of Lupe in San Juan, Texas. Lupe, which stands in Spanish for the Union of the Entire People, is an immigrant advocacy group. Diana is also at this watch party waiting to hear the announcement of President Biden's executive action that will benefit her as an undocumented immigrant. This is something we have been waiting for a long time, she says. It's about time that something gets done for us who are here. The parole in place will shield undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens from deportation if they've been in the country for more than 10 years. Now they're not going to have to go back to their countries of origin to obtain a work permit. Tania Chavez, the executive director at Lupe, knows exactly how that's like. She was an undocumented immigrant for 20 years.
My father was sick and I had to leave, and which that allowed me to apply for the employment visa. But had that not happened, I wouldn't have been able to. And so I am so happy that folks that once had my same experience today are able to have a pathway for employment.
I feel very happy and I'm very excited. I hope in God that it gets done. About 500,000 undocumented immigrants would benefit from this executive action. Even so, advocacy groups have some reservations.
The community deserves so much more, that a lot of folks are going to be left out of these policies.
And conservatives are not happy about it either. Jorge is the executive director of Libres Initiative, an organization advocating for a permanent legislative solution for dreamers. This executive action will benefit some of them, but Jorge is not convinced.
It's smoke and mirrors. He's only doing this because if the elections were held today, he would lose to former President Donald Trump, according to the polls. If he really cared about this, he would push for a legislative solution, something permanent, not something that's going to be challenged in the courts like this will.
What they both agree on is that immigrants are going to have a lot of questions in the upcoming days. In the Rio Grande Valley, Adolfo Munoz, Spectrum News 1.